Cool, let's get this party started, shall we? All right, so the first question that I got was about evaluating functions. And the question was, if I have f of x being equal to 3 root x minus 5, and then they do this thing here, the semicolon, f of 9. The question is, well, what is that? Like, how do you evaluate that? And the first thing I want to say about this is that parentheses in math have multiple functions, okay? They're not always multiplication. So this right here, this is not a multiplication. This is, you say this as f of 9, not f times 9, which is probably where most of the confusion usually comes from. So what that means is we have a function called f, where the input of that function is going to be called x, and I am going to replace that x with a 9. That's what that means. So if I rewrite it as f of 9, that means that anywhere I see an x, I am going to convert that into a 9. I'm going to replace those x's with a 9. I don't care if there is a number there, if there is like a f of x plus 1, whatever is in there, it's going to be replacing the x, okay? It could be a flower, it could be a rainbow, it doesn't matter, all right? The point is that the x is going to be replaced with whatever's inside of the parentheses. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, please let me know in the comments. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna replace the x for 9. So we rewrite this as 3 root of 9 minus 5, all right? Now, this is a multiplication. This is not the cubic root of 3. This is just 3 times root 9. The root of 9 is 3. So we do 3 times 3 minus 5. All right? Now, 3 times 3 is 9. PEMDAS, right? We always do multiplication first. 3 times 3 is 9. Minus 5, that's just going to be 4. All right? I hope that makes sense. Let's move on to the other example that I got for that same question. What happens if we have something like f of x equals 3 minus 3x for f of 1, 6? So what we're going to do is simply, again, we substitute the x for 1, 6. So we have 3 minus 3 times 1 over 6. All right? And that's going to be equal to 3 minus 3 over 1, right? Keep that in mind. This is going to be 3 over 1 times 1 over 6. So 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 6 is 6. So this is going to be 3 6. I like to simplify fractions as fast as I can. So I'm going to rewrite this as 1/2. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 minus 1/2. And if you're intuitive about this, you know that if you have 3 wholes and you just subtract half of 1, you're going to get 2.5. Right? But if you want to do it mathematically and like show your work, right? What you can do is rewrite the 3 as 6 halves. Right? Because it's 3 over 1, multiply times 2, multiply times 2, because we want the denominator to be 2. So we have 6 over 2 minus 1 over 2, 2. This is going to be, not today. This is going to be 5 over 2, which is the same thing as 2 1/2 or 2.5. Choose your poison, whichever you want. If you have any questions, just make sure to drop them in the comments.